Hello and welcome back to the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Welcome. Come on in. It's crazy in here. So back to the pump room. Yeah?
Uh-huh.
All right. So a quick trip through the pump room. You can see some dirty goblin footprints on the ground. It looks like the goblins use this pump room to like get water. Like they actually use it. There's some like water sloshed on the floor and some like muddy footprints back and forth. And in the room itself, as we said before, there is a basin and there's a basin and a water pump, metal rusty iron water pump. Up in the northwest corner where y'all are clustered, there is a door. This is a standard door, much like any other we have seen in the dungeon so far. I presume someone would like to investigate and or open it.
Jewel?
Yep. Nah.
Okay.
17 on the investigate.
All right. Something is blocking this door on the other side. Not so much you couldn't push it, but when you push the door, you can feel a weight leaning up against it on the other side.
Jewel like turns to 8 and it's like, 8, help. There's something heavy on the other side.
Okay. All right. I put away my javelin for a second. I guess it's in the bag, but where did I have this before? I don't know. It's a great question. Take out the portable ram.
Okay, you can have advantage on your smashing the door down check.
Jewel sees that she was like about to help and is just like, you got this.
Yeah, eight literally just takes out a log with handles on it and a big metal cap on the end.
Yep.
Like one of those fucking SWAT things.
From where?
His bag.
Bag of holding.
I had it before I had the bag of holding as well, so I guess it was just on my back somewhere.
Like hanging by a rope.
Do you remember that part in Labyrinth where there are those little goblin creatures that have like their whole like house on the back?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I imagine.
Yeah. Totally is 8.
Okay.
So sorry, it's is it an athletics?
It will be an athletics check to slam the door down. Yep.
Okie dokie. Let's see, how do we do?
No problem. All right, you blast the door down. So, if you would like to take a look in the room, you are welcome to go scope it out. But inside this room, you can see, you can see a familiar face, at least to Rin. Now, in this chamber, you can see a figure. It has its back to you, and it is wearing a dark gray cloak hanging over its shoulders. Dozens of eyes adorn the back of the cloak, and you can see that it is looming. This figure is looming over a stone table covered with dusty alchemical equipment and vials of various solid and liquid substances. When you smash the door open, the creature spins. And you realize that the eyes on its cloak are just cloth, and they're painted to look like eyes, and they've been sewn on. They're not actual eyes. And in fact, as it turns around, you see that the thing has a wooden head and like a ball joint, and then a wooden body covered in ratty clay clothes. The wooden head has a section of like chin cut out. And has been carved to look like it has a beard and big like wooden eyebrows, and then there's like a wig stuck on the side of it that's kind of falling off a little bit, a ratty gray wig, and it turns around and kind of like flops and like clatters a little bit and like lifts its arms up, and its mouth opens and closes like a character from fucking Thunderbirds. Like it talks like this, like, and it says, it turns around and says, "Terrible and painful magical death. Fireballs and lightning bolts! Be gone!" And it points at you. What do you do?
I'm vaguely offended, I'll be honest.
Oof.
Jewel like holds her weapons and is just like, I think she'll move further into the room so that the others can file in if they would like the talker, and she's just like,
and it's just pointing at you with a wooden finger.
I've
Like
never
right
met
now,
a puppet
fireballs
that
or
could-
later.
And it says, fireballs, clouds of poison, horrible death.
I've never met a puppet that could cast spells, but I suppose there's a first time for everything.
Jill like looks back at Rin. Like,
Yeah, you can see there's a door on the other side. And once it's clear that you're not here to just like interrupt its work, the Halaster simulacrum says to you, I was gonna say I have to like not describe it making facial expressions because its only facial expression is so it goes
I know.
yeah, so it just like flaps its wooden mouth at you and says, back to work, and it turns around and it picks up an empty vial and picks up another empty vial and just does this.
I was gonna say, like, can I see what it's doing?
And like
but it's
holds it
obviously
up
doing
and like
fucking
shakes
nothing.
the empty
It's
vial
doing
and then
nothing.
puts it down and picks up another one and like starts stirring the vial and it's like, hey, potions and poultices, villainous traps.
Jewel like quietly creeps up to it and just sort of like looks at what's on the table or gets as close as she can.
Yeah. Make an Arcana check. Yeah, right. Your favorite.
13?
13's not bad. All right. Better lucky than good. You don't like most of the vials are empty. Some of them are broken. Like it picks one up, the bottom is broken off, and it pretends to pour something in, and it looks and it's like, ah, yes, a little of this, a little of that. Devilish. And it seems to be like pretending to mix alchemies. Now the room has kind of like an alchemy, like there's a smell to it, a chemical smell to the room, but this thing is just this puppet is just.
Is there anything
pretending
else
to
in
make-
the room?
No.
I don't know that we need to interrupt this thing. I mean,
Okay.
Jewel.
Yeah, she's gonna go look at the other door, but what?
So the
maybe
door
it has something in its pocket.
you notice this. So piled up on this side and piled up on the side that you came in, any other furniture in the room besides this stone table has been jammed into a pile. You smashed through it on one side, but it's still piled up on this side too.
Jewel like sees you make the little like steely fingers. So she scuttles back slightly and pats down the puppet.
You want to make a sleight of hand. You don't. I assume you don't want the puppet to notice that you're feeling.
I
it
would
up.
prefer the puppet not
Okay.
notice
All
that
right.
I am slipping some hands into its
Yeah.
pockets with a 17.
It does not have anything on it. Its robes don't even have pockets. And it's all moth eaten, and the wig smells bad. And actually, it smells like something like acerbic, like kerosene or something. That kind of smell, like ugh, when you get close to it.
She kind of gives Makaria like a
Light it on fire.
Yeah, and then the puppet like nudges you out of the way, and he's like, out of the way, and kind of pushes you back away from the table.
she'll start moving stuff by this door.
I also
Drop
go
this,
back
turn you
to the
inside out.
puppet.
He's just, like, muttering to himself.
And I think I have a flint in my pack
Uh-huh.
for lighting torches.
Why?
I have a tinderbox. Yeah.
Stop it right now. Stop bad behavior.
So you see Makaria skulk towards it. I mean, if everybody wants to move to the back of the room.
Yeah, I guess I don't see you as I'm going over to help you.
Well, actually, I'll light a torch because the torch
Okay.
I can hold at arm's length.
So you light a torch, yeah.
And
The
then
puppet is just
I-
like going about its business.
And then I'm just like, very slowly,
Why? Why?
because it smells like kerosene.
Okay.
Whatever. Okay.
Everybody's just like backing away, like, okay, Makaria.
I mean, I tried my what are you doing wise,
Uh-huh.
but you know.
I light it on fire.
Okay. All right. How? What do you do? Like, describe how
I
you light
touch
it.
a torch to its stupid wig.
Okay. Its wig bursts into flames, and it's like with its mouth flapping. It's like and, like starts trying to pat the wig out, and like runs around the room screaming, like trying to put out the wig, and then it explodes. So the shirt, like its shirt lights on fire, its cloak lights on fire. It's like and then blows up. It blows up. Makaria, can you make a dexterity save?
Yes.
This is how you die. And it was
Was
just
not paying attention until
I
it
have-
starts screaming.
No.
13.
Okay, so you take 4 damage, Makaria, as
Okay.
chunks of puppet like hit you. So boom, it blows up
Ow!
in like slow-mo. And if this were a TV show, it would be like we would have made a miniature and stuck a firework in it and blew it up in slow-mo. And it just blows up, chunks of debris fly everywhere. Its
Ow,
head,
ow.
still burning and like melting, rolls to your feet and it looks up at you with its same blank face, all the paint peeling, and it says, "Ah, now who will find the cure to filth fever?" And then it goes silent and dies.
Find the cure to what?
Filth fever.
Filth fever.
Filth fever.
All right.
If you want to make a medicine check, I can tell you more about filth
Sure.
fever.
I'm like patting my clothes to try and stop being on fire, also laughing at the same time.
You asshole.
And then I get a 14 on medicine check.
So filth fever, it was at one point a fairly prodigious disease. You would get it from getting bit by rats or any number of
Okay.
other strange creatures. But in recent times, it has long fallen into like it's basically gone away already. Like there's vaccines for it and stuff. You don't see filth fever in the world very often. But it used to cause fever and slowness of movement. But
I
not,
wonder how
not,
long
so,
this
not
thing's
so
been
much
down
these
here.
days. How long has this thing's been down here? I don't know, like an edition. Maybe an
Well, I
edition
mean,
and a
like,
half.
because it thinks that it's curing filth fever, or at least that's
Right.
the like text that it's been given, and that's pretty much not a thing anymore.
Good, you blew up the Halaster puppet. He's
That makes me feel better about losing all of my skeletons.
Right.
I toss the torch on the floor.
Okay.
Well, that happened.
I think I have 8 torches left.
Jewel continues to move things.
Okay. Yeah, you can clear the debris real easy from this door. That's no problem.
That was the most entertaining thing that's happened to me since we got down here.
good.
Okay. So the door is clear of debris.
Jewel opens it.
Okay. There is a hallway beyond. The hallway extends north about 15 feet, 20 feet, and then goes
Into the
goes-
hallway.
Yeah, it goes east from there.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see if Makar is gonna set anything else on fire.
I mean, if it smells like
Right
it's
around the
soaked
corner.
in kerosene, maybe I will.
If you didn't have inspiration before, Makari, you can take it now. That was
Yes.
very in character.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So the hallway continues, and then there are 2 branches to the north. One that terminates quickly in a door. The other that is a slightly longer hallway.
Door or hallway.
Well, you're very good with doors.
I like clearing the doors. That way things don't sneak up on us.
Great. I'll be right
Very-
here.
Very true.
Just investigate this lovely door.
Okay.
Make sure it's not all trapified. 21.
Okay. This door seems to see more irregular use than some of the others you've seen. There's a
Regular or irregular?
regular. So like people
Okay.
use it more often. There's scrapes on the floor. There's like muck. You know when you like you don't like clean the handle or the space around a handle of a door and it just gets like just handprint like dirt on it. There's that kind of
Gross, just
semicircle.
gross, yeah.
Yeah, so you see that. There's like a semicircle of not like clear muck, but discoloration on the door that indicates to you that it's been used quite regularly. You can also smell that kind of like gross, decaying flesh, like dead body smell coming from the other side of the door.
There might be more undead things on the other side. Or dead things. Let's see what's there.
All right, you gonna crack the door?
Yep.
All right. The room beyond is strewn with rotten supplies, and in the center, the remains of a fire pit. In the corner, you see 3 dead bugbears, very, very dead bugbears, and an intellect devourer corpse, little brain that looks like it's been
Underneath the dungeon.
cloven with a sword. They have been meaningfully, like they've been shoved into the corner, but there are signs of battle in the room. Damaged furniture. There's like a broken arrow or 2, like against one wall, lying on the floor. It's clear there was a fight here. The room itself, I think, has painted on the wall in purple the symbol of the Xanathar Guild, a circle with the lines off of it, yeah, and then
More
some
corpses.
dead bugbears.
Not those creatures again.
These ones look like they have already been dealt with.
Yeah, but yeah.
I look at the corpses. I like run up towards the corpses, like basically with my hand out and like ready to animate one of them. And then I look back to myself and also the party. Perhaps I should wait. I wish I had more magic. Do you think there's a way to take magic from other people? I look at Rin.
No.
Why are you asking me?
Because you're the only other one of us that uses magic.
Well, I can't give you my magic. That's not how magic works.
I was just wondering if you or your master knew anything about.
First of all, let's talk about the specifics, the difference between my magic and your magic. The largest part of that difference being that yours comes from some being that has given you, I don't know why you, because Mistra helped me that it would give you that kind of power. But here we are, gives you that power. Whereas I have studied and learned and play this instrument perfectly to do the things that I do. They are very different, and I cannot give you any.
Yes, well, I have faith, Rin.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Stupid religious people.
How many spells did you say you had left at the moment? Because I have quite a few. We'll see how your faith holds up.
Enough to kill you, certainly. Not that I would.
I vicious mockery her. I vicious mockery her right now.
All right, do it. Make your wisdom save, Makaria.
Okay.
Yes, the chance to kill Macario. It's time.
Fail. All right. So Makaria, it hurts. It hurts you for 5 psychic damage, like deep down
Your
inside.
faith is
Ow.
nothing, and it is in nothing. It is
Ow.
in a god that is gone forever.
You're hurting my feelings.
You have disadvantage in your next attack roll. Also, your feelings are hurt.
My feelings are so hurt.
Take inspiration.
Like actually hurt though.
Yeah.
No one's ever hurt my feelings like that.
Sometimes it takes magic to get through to a person.
Yeah, just really.
You're a piece of shit, and I use a spell to make you listen to
reinforce that.
My psychic landscape. Fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah, it hurts real bad down in your ego.
And then I stopped. There's no further like.
Yeah, you made your point, and you made it.
I mean, like that's actually like honestly like.
And you made it in the way that Rin makes points, right? You turn that
Makaria
scathing
deserves.
wit on Makaria. Yeah, right. I like it.
I do need more hit points.
Ow, I'm hurt. I'm gonna lay down with these corpses.
Ow.
I mean, you're all pretty.
No, I
You're all
actually
pretty mangled.
consider how weak we all are right
You're all
now.
pretty fucked
I'm
up.
sorry.
You can take a short rest.
yeah,
You're still 16 hours out from a long rest.
Yeah.
I go next to this bugbear and I start like poking it.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
It is 14.
Okay.
Insulates of error, and the pile jumps out.
It's a dead bugbear.
Can I tell? Oh, can I make I'm basically turning, I'm like squatting on the ground and I'm turning my back to Rin and the rest of them.
Shut up, my friends are dead.
Can I make a medicine check to see how like this thing died?
Yeah, sure.
26.
Died fighting. There is a broken Morningstar haft in one's hand. One of them is in there, clutched in its hand. They all look like they were either stabbed or bludgeoned to death.
Okay.
Yeah. They were killed and then mushed into the corner.
I start like talking to one under my breath.
Okay. It's dead. It can't hear you.
That's fine. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. All right. Jewel, Rin, 8. What are you doing?
I'm waiting to see if Makaria raises any zombies, but I'm guessing the answer is
No,
probably-
she is casting summoning a pout smell. So she's going to be doing that for a while. It's a ritual.
Yeah, takes at least 10 minutes.
Yeah. That's
We've
for
got a
real.
long corridor, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Extending
Jewel
north
just-
out of here. A long corridor.
rolls her eyes and is like, divas. And just goes to the, it's like, charisma-based casters and clerics. And he's like,
Everyone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
mean, the really
these
funny part about
assholes.
this I mentioned in chat is that Rin didn't really have to study that hard to get her magic either.
no, it's all
It's
personality based.
charisma based. Yeah. She just likes to pretend that she's a wizard.
No, it's great. Yep. So this hallway extends as far as anyone's dark vision can see, and then at the end of the hall, it takes a turn to the east.
Do we want to keep going this way, or do we want to go back out and then through the hallway down there? Not that it really makes much of a difference, but
It seems fine.
all right. Ahead then, I suppose.
Oh, if they're continuing ahead, once they get around the corner, I'm gonna pop a potion of healing.
Okay.
I don't want them to see me. It's 2d4 plus 4.
2.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
It's like a reverse magic missile.
A reverse magic.
I mean, it is, right? For every
Oh my fucking Christ!
All right,
2 1.
Makaria, the healing potion, it can restore your body, but it can't make you feel any better about yourself.
Evidently.
Yeah.
Wow, wasted.
Pair of ones. Well, you know,
Wasted.
sometimes you buy them, sometimes you buy a dud. That's how it goes.
And this one was given to me for a deal.
Let me put it in terms Makaria can understand. Sometimes, you know, you go out to get wasted and you drink 18 beers and you're like, I'm still not drunk. This potion is the equivalent of that. You're just like, I don't feel any better.
Speaking of drinking 18 beers, I have a flask.
Great.
While I'm rummaging in
proud
my
of you.
bag for the healing potion, I remember that I bought a flask and I open it and start drinking.
Okay.
Oh, this is the Bud Light of healing.
Yeah, exactly. It tastes faintly of lime. So when you get up, as you turn to leave, Makaria, you notice one of the bugbearers is clutching a piece of parchment in his hand. It's all stained with blood now, but you notice it.
I have the flask in one hand, and with the other hand, I reach for the bloodstained
And
parchment.
then it starts to speak.
Yeah.
No.
No, you pull it out of the. So written on it in common, in a childlike scrawl, like someone who's obviously not comfortable writing in common. It says, "As many as there are stars in the sky."
As many.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat for you. There you go.
Okay.
As many as there are stars in the sky. It's written in like Toys R Us style, like
Really?
backwards.
Weird.
Yeah.
I like look at the front and back of it, and I'm just like, why would a bugbear have? And there's
Sky is spelled SKIE and then scribbled out and then rewritten as Sky SKY.
Whatever. I like jam it in a pocket, a random pocket.
Okay.
And then I will continue after my
All right, Jewel.
friends.
Up here, the hallway continues to squiggle around. So it goes east another 50 or 60 feet and then turns to the south.
keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Wiggly.
Okay. And when you get to that corner, the hallway goes south. And it goes south for 50 feet and then branches off to the east from there. So you're pretty much like going all the way around.
She'll wait for 8 and then goes down to the branch, and then I think figures out that it looped, like this was the hallway that they'd seen before.
It might well be. We could double check just so that the map looks nicer.
My dark vision's long enough. I can't. It's already connected.
Alright, fine.
Yeah, so you press on ahead and you can see that, yeah, it definitely connects. Now there's this big kind of long arc around, and then there's a hallway that looks like it's parallel to the one you're in, heading north-south.
I know we say this quite often,
Yeah.
but like this was made by a Mad Mage. Like what is the whole point of all of that? Just
Indeed.
I think she sees like this dead end here, and like some part of her is like, maybe there's something there. Maybe it's not just a dead end. So she's like cautiously goes up to it, remembering that one time Rin fell through a pit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Dave, you think this map is convoluted? One day I'll show you the map for Expedition to the Barrier Peaks.
okay.
It is a
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
triumph of nightmarish design. Okay, make an investigation check, Jewel, because you're checking out like this corner for like trap floors and trap walls and stuff? Okay. Nope. You don't see anything hidden or unusual here.
I'm sure it's just a random dead end. That
Yeah,
has
like prodding
absolutely-
the floor, prodding the wall, like none of that. There's no effect. Nothing unusual there. Jewel, you hear as you get to this hallway, you hear the haunting and beautiful sound of a harpsichord coming from the south.
I hear music.
Yeah,
Wanna keep
somber
going.
music. This is the fucking. If I had the clip, I would play it, but then we'd get copyright violated. You ever heard Toccata and Fugue? That like, diddling, diddling, diddling. It's that.
This is the like.
Diddling, and so it's like wafting up
Yes.
from the south hallway.
Shall we go with caution?
Welcome to Dungeonvania.
I was gonna say like we had Dracula. in this.
Yeah, good.
I think
Cool. A blonde guy jumps out and whips you.
Jules. I'm gonna stealth. She's gonna actually like sneak up to the corner and peek her head around
Mm-hmm.
in case there's a person there.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So you want to start heading down that way? All right. So you got a 21. All right. Yeah. So the hallway is you're stealthing up the hall. Here, let me put the little ninja.
Does music
mask.
get louder?
Yes. Yeah. You're definitely getting closer to the source of the music.
And then she's like peeking around the corner.
Yeah. The hallway goes east, and it gets louder. Not the hallway. The
She's
music.
kind of assuming that they're gonna follow her, but just farther behind.
I am doing so. The music is tantalizing.
Yeah.
I love music. No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's getting louder. It's louder and louder the further you go. All right. So you come around the corner, you can see you're entering into a room, and the room is echoing with the sound of this phantom harpsichord. All right. So, Jewel, let me describe this room to you. So the hallway leading to this chamber gets louder and louder, and you hear more and more of the harpsichord music until you step out into this room. And in it, you see in the middle of the room a harpsichord made entirely of bones. The keys of the harpsichord are the finger bones of humans, dwarves, ogres, and halflings, in all various sizes. Some of them have been scorched black. The harpsichord is playing itself.
Oh shit! It's like that Mario room where the piano comes alive and eats you.
So it's playing this beautiful music. And as you enter the room, you can see on the north wall right here. There is there are musical notes. There's musical notation etched into the wall. A single measure of music notes. They are ancient and faded.
Oh my god. A puzzle we need a bard for.
Makaria, you see a sweet bone organ. It's a harpsichord, technically.
That's
Which
the
is like-
biggest organ I've ever seen.
A harpsichord is like a piano, right? Kind
Did
of.
you say that there's musical notations
On the
written
wall,
somewhere?
Yeah, I think at that point, Jules just gonna like tap Rin on the shoulder and just be like,
I'll take a look. And she pulls out her like violin.
Man, harpsichords are cool.
She pulls out her violin and like looks at this notation.
Interesting. Cool. I now know how a harpsichord works. Okay. Yeah, it's like 16 bars of music. It's very faded. Some of the notes are
Can I make a roll to
unreadable.
like, discern it?
I don't think you need to make I don't think there's a roll necessarily. You can see the notes. Some of them though you're not sure. You're like, is this a C or C sharp?
Could I performance check and copy what is on the wall, play it on my violin,
Yeah, sure.
just to see if it does anything?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna use my inspiration that I just got because that's what I do. I burn it immediately. as soon
Yeah,
as I-
do it.
25.
Nice, 25. All right. So as soon as a note comes from your violin, the harpsichord falls silent. and you play the notes, and you guess some of the, you know.
Well, it's like it makes sense that it would be
Right.
this.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is either like you pick the notes that you think, because you're a musician, you pick the notes that you think should work based on what you assume the scale to be and stuff. Or it could be like a weird experimental like minor chord thing where they're like choosing. So, but you've got a pretty good handle on how to play it on the violin. You come to the end of the bars.
He just finds herself in a white room with a sword in a pedestal.
The room
Master sword.
the room falls silent at the end of your performance.
And the harpsichord has stopped playing.
It has stopped playing. Yes.
Can I examine the harpsichord without touching it?
You may. Yeah. Do it.
What would that be?
I am unfortunately
Investigation.
not versed in playing piano-like instruments.
Investigation?
Yes.
Sure. Let's see. Oh, 6.
It's pretty badass. It's a harpsichord made out of
It's really
bones.
cool. It's made out of bones.
Yeah, the strings. So a harpsichord is technically like a stringed instrument. Like like a piano, you hit a key and the little thing goes bong and it hits the strings, and so like it's like that. But a harpsichord like plinks the strings with like a little little, in this case, a little bone, and the strings are made out of like sinews. This thing's a macabre instrument.
Oh man, I'm like trying to figure out how many people died to make this thing.
Oh yeah. A lot. Yeah.
Sick.
Sick.
Somebody in the back shouts, "Play Slayer!"
What I'm wondering is if I could play it on this harpsichord, but it was playing itself.
You could make a performance check if you set, there's a seat and there's keys, and you could make the check. You're not proficient in this, but you can make a performance check, try to do it.
Okay. Well, that's my field, I guess. I like gingerly step up to this thing and sit in front of it.
All right, so you sit down, and actually, as you step up to it, of course, the seat like slides back for you. Makaria, it occurs to you that this would be a totally boss thing to have in the tap room of your tavern.
Oh yeah.
It's not nailed to the floor or anything.
I'm definitely looking to see if it looks like something that I could like put in the bag of holding.
How much does a harpsichord weigh?
I depends on how big the harpsichord is.
Let's see. How much does a harpsichord?
How much does a harpsichord?
It's like the third choice. How much does a harpsichord cost? An average harpsichord weighs about 125 kilograms.
Oh, it could totally fit.
Yeah, it's too big though. You can't the neck of it's
a bag over it.
You have to like take it apart.
So this is one of those situations, and I'm just gonna call this out because if I were roleplay wise in a situation where I could right now ask Makaria for guidance, I would, but I'm never going to do that. I told her that she worships nothing.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't give it to you anyway.
I'm not gonna. I can't do it.
You just hurt me. I'm not giving you guidance.
Let's see here. Here we go, friends. I'm gonna roll the dice.
Okay,
you got this.
Performance check. 23.
Nice. Ooh. Yeah, no problem. So you like
aced it.
You crack your knuckles, get ready to play. You're not a harpsichordist or a pianist or anything like that, but you know how to play music. You're like, okay. And you play the eerie tune. And at the end of it, when you play that last note, there is an echo, and in front of you, above the keys, there's a human skull. And its head, the top part of it, opens up. And inside, there is a hidden compartment. And you can see inside the compartment, there is a scroll. Just a short scroll rolled up.
So I reach in carefully.
Bites your face off. No, you're fine.
Well,
So you reach in, you take it out. And when you take the scroll out, the top part, and shuts again. There's a click.
It's open the scroll and see what it is.
I don't know. It's a spell scroll of some kind.
Can I Arcana?
Scrolls, okay.
Yeah, make an Arcana check. I think that's how that works.
Just says, thanks for playing a sweet harpsichord.
Yeah, it's actually it's actually the credits of the game. They just start
Yeah.
rolling. Like,
It's
written
the
by. Yeah,
the
you
secret
found
credits,
you found the
yeah.
Easter egg credits. Yeah. It is a cleric scroll, a spell scroll of raised dead. And Makaria, looking over Rin's shoulders, you can see that this scroll of raised dead. Make a religion check.
Religion is after P. 11.
Okay, you're pretty sure that this is an old enough scroll, scrolled in the correct way. That a Merkelite wrote this scroll. They crafted this in times of old.
You see Makaria, like, she basically, like, does the action of, like, I'm just going to grab it. And then she, like, holds herself back. And she says, Rin, might I take a look at that, please?
And Rin has this, like, seeing you're swallowing the vitriol of the word, like, behind the word please, and it is so very satisfying. So she like
shove it in your own mouth.
she like reads it, she like holds it in her hands for a little longer than necessary, and like reads it over herself a little bit. By the way, bards can also cast Raise Dead.
It's true. Yeah.
And then
she's like practically rocking.
Scrolls it back up slowly
Mm-hmm.
and hands it to Makaria.
Okay.
Like
She like
sure.
grabs it like something.
Okay.
She's just
You can
like,
have it.
Okay. So yeah, Makaria, at a closer glance, it looks like it was a scroll that was created by the faithful of Merkel, though during a period of change after Merkel was supposedly, they say, and you think it's probably a conspiracy, killed by Cyric, Prince of Lies. I mean, he lies, so
and he's a Prince of Lies.
Yeah. So the people that made this scroll probably worshipped Cyric in the form of Cyric, which was so the sort of Merkel reborn. You can tell by the purple ink and by some of the like flourishes on it. So
she's making like weird like noises that are like halfway between like laughing and crying while she holds this thing. It's really weird.
Yeah. It's very excited.
So I'll just put like a scroll of Raised Dead.
Yes, it is a spell scroll of Raised Dead.
That was a very nice song. Well done.
She like pushes back the stool or whatever and stands up and gives 8 like the concert performer bow. And then he goes, "Thank you. Well, I think that's everything here."
Certainly seems like it. We should rest before we head down the chute.
Yes.
That's our only option now.
Yes, we should.
I mean, you could go back through the
Go
Goblin
through
Market.
the Goblin Market.
Yeah.
We should at least take a break.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
want to
want
take
to
a
ruin their time.
take a short rest
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, I
With this
think
bone organ.
so. Bone organ.
Organ.
Okay. Yeah, you want to take a short rest? So,
Yes.
I'll tell you this: while you're taking a short rest, anytime anyone is further than 10 feet away from the organ, it starts playing again. But as soon as you get within 10 feet of it, goes quiet.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll
And it
sleep
just-
under the
It
organ.
just plays
She
sad
cat naps.
music. Okay. Yeah. Let's curl up. a little.
Sleeps under the organ, just
Yeah.
curls up
So here, let
underneath
me-
the bone
I'll make a note that this is the organ room. Spend your hit dice if you'd like, and I'll give you experience.
1d6 extra as well, remember?
Yep.
Because Song of Rest.
Oh my god, do you play your Song of Rest on the bone organ?
I totally do. It's like I've done the thing on the wall and now I'm just messing around.
Okay, cool.
All right. Oh.
All right, let me gather up XP for you because I owe you a bunch of experience points.
Level 6. Level
So
6.
Rin, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
You get 250 experience for deciphering the riddle of the bone organ.
Cool beans.
So you get 250 for that.
A riddle?
I mean, yeah, being able to like overcoming the challenge of the bone organ. Because do you want to know?
Just
So
good.
you've defeated the puzzle. Do you want to know what happens if you fuck it up?
You get totally bit. By the
It's pretty good. So you want to know, or do you want me to keep it
Yeah,
secret?
no, tell
Yeah,
me.
you want to know? Okay.
Do it.
So
Not coming back here.
normally the bone harpsichord, anyone who's proficient with any musical instrument can correctly play it without a check, but that's boring. So I said if you gotta make a performance check.
Yeah.
It's DC 20, but you did fine. You did great. Succeeding obviously gives you your treasure. If you fail, you have to make a DC 15 Constitution save. If you fail that save, you take 4d10 necrotic damage, and the flesh of your hands is eaten away, leaving bleached white but functional skeleton hands.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, so I was good either way, but that's, yeah, you get skeleton hands.
I mean, I would have died from the 4d10. I like
my
7.
bonesy hands. So yeah, that's a thing that could happen.
If this character dies, can I come back down here and just rob my whole body over it?
Yeah, I play it with my face. So okay. So let me see. So you take an hour.
Skeleton hands.
You take an hour and you get your experience. You got your 250, Rin, for that one. Okay. So you did 6 ghouls. And those are worth. Okay. And then
Just makes me think of the Skeleton Man song.
Trenzia.
I'm gonna grab some hot water real quick.
Okay. Trenzia is worth. Trenzia sounds like the name of like a European like automobile, like the Nissan Trenzia. It'll get you where you want to go. It's an electric car. That's what it is, the Trenzia. So that she's worth 11. Okay. And then the Flesh Prince of Bel Air. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. He's worth 18. Yeah, okay. And then you
I missed
killed,
a funny.
Yeah, and then you killed 3 guests.
Yep.
In Flesh, Philadelphia. Born and made. All right, so these guys are worth 4, 8, 12, okay, 13, 50. All right, now let me get my calculator. This is quite a bit of experience, actually. I think we'll probably need to level you all up.
We need like 5,000 more experience for that.
Do you?
So,
Yeah, okay. I thought you were closer than that.
No,
All right.
9,000 out of 14,000.
Right, because what's his name was fucking sucking your experience. Okay, 1,362.
Each, correct?
1,362.
Remember to do it yourself because we have different amounts.
Yep. All right, and I will make a note. This has been paid out. Okay. Great.
Getting over 10k feels good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Only
you rest.
3,300 more to go, or 3,500 more to go.
All right, in 15 hours, you can take a long rest.
Cool beans.
Rough.
Wasn't it 16 hours to start the day?
We talked about this. It was 24 hours. And
No, we
started
talked
at
about it, and I'm
We
right.
started it at the end of the 24. You can't bookend it with 8. You get your benefits at the end of the 8 hours of the rest. So 8
But
of
we
those.
can start the rest.
Yes, you can
with
start
8
your
hours
rest.
to go.
I don't care about when you start your rest. I'm tracking when you get the benefits of a long rest again.
Okay.
So actually, we have
8 hours.
15 hours. Then yeah, it was seven more hours, and we could rest and then get the benefit.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, gotcha. Just checking.
Okay. All right. So, where to now, my dungeon friends?
The
So
Jibber.
our options
Jibber.
then are either to
Goblin Market or the shoot.
Or you can go back and fight Calabash again. You could respawn Calabash.
No.
an asshole and I hate him.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I gotta make a note. He's got his spells back. Let me see.
Cool.
I think that we could take on an entire market full of goblins, and if they're at market, even though their definition of what is valuable is likely very different from ours, we're still probably able to find something of value, if not.
But they seemed
Corpses.
so happy. I don't want to stop that.
Anything allowed to live in this dungeon of Halasters is likely either mad or vile in some way or shape or form.
So is that why you're still alive then?
So you all take a long look at each other.
Harsh.
Everything down here is either crazy, murderous, or stupid.
I could kill so many goblins.
Well, let's do that then. Sounds like we're in.
If that's what everyone wants to do. We can murder the goblins.
Everybody, cue up the scene from Holy Grail where Lancelot goes ham at the wedding.
Yeah.
8 is about to go deeply into their idiom. Yeah. So.
Come on.
Let's get over there.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna head back around to the pump room.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. So you head back to the
Could
pump
you
room.
Perhaps grapple though.
Yeah. If everybody wants to stop moving, I can just move you myself.
Oh, I'm just
Yeah.
going there.
Stop moving. Just cut it out.
I'm almost there.
Oh my god. All right, fine. Go. Tell me when you're done. All right, you're in the pump room. Don't move. The thing is, I can move all of you to the other side of the wall. So
I was having fun
Okay.
pressing the arrow keys.
stop moving. Stop.
I have stopped moving a while ago.
I know. I'm just stop moving.
There's a delay.
There you go. Okay. All right. So in just a second, everybody should be back in that room. All right. So from here, as you return to the pump room, yeah, you can hear the raucous sounds of goblin enterprise as the goblins are all shouting and talking and debating and arguing about price of various things. Yeah, from where you are, Makaria, from where you're standing, you can see into this room. Let me just grab my description of the area because you're in a different area now.
I think it was full of garbage, right?
Yeah, I believe you were walking by the trash room. Oh shit, I have a handout for ghasts. Oh, they're so cool looking. Look at the ghast.
Oh, it's so ghastly. It's the coolest undead thing ever.
He's pretty cool. See what I mean about the Todd McFarlane?
I like
face
their
there?
long tongues.
Yeah.
Very spawn.
Yeah,
Just for
right.
getting the
Venom.
bone marrow.
When they come back to life, they just lose their necks. They
Yeah, I
just-
guess so. Yeah, they become necklace beasts.
You just shove the skull right back onto the torso.
All right. So you continue that way, and yeah, you walk by the detritus room, covered in the chipped away. The walls are covered in the chipped away dwarven faces. There continues to be a repetitive banging sound coming from the northern area, and then Jewel, as you know, there's another entrance into the market proper.
The goblins are this way.
Yes, they are.
Yes, I can hear that.
I don't know what the banging sound is. I don't think I went that far.
No.
But just up here and to the side, that's where the goblins are. And there's stuff.
All right, 8.
I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. If you want to come up with a plan with all your magics and stuff.
Oh
I'll
no,
show
I'm
you
100% on
stash
board with
them.
murdering all of them.
You just want to run in and attack all the goblins.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like
Can we
Well,
maybe
like, put the
assess
hand
whether
on
or
it.
not they are going to attack us before we do that?
There are a lot of them. We might want to consider not standing in the middle of the room to murder them.
There's a nice little alley right here that we could lure them through. Only 2 of them could approach us at a time.
Why is that the first?
based on my
Plan.
tactical simulations, only 8 goblins can surround me
We
and
could also just try walking through
I
and
can kill so many goblins.
can you speak goblin?
No, none of us can speak goblin. We've seen it written. Can't read it either.
Oh.
Why would we want to learn goblin?
Well, not just I mean, they might ignore us. I don't know.
Maybe they
Which
speak,
will make it even easier to kill them.
they're maybe they speak infernal or
They're hell goblins. Actually,
Why are we arguing?
a lot of goblins do speak common. Yeah.
What's wrong with murdering them?
nothing really.
Well, then let's just do that.
Why does it feel that they will attack us plainly, and then I will feel no guilt.
You feel guilt about murdering someone just because they didn't attack you first.
Fine. Jewel like goes up to the entrance and then she's gonna like walk past 8 to the front section and just be like, hey,
Okay, so
We're here.
where are you when you say that?
probably like right here. Yeah.
Okay.
She's
All right.
like
So you
where she was.
like sort of stride out into the market, and you're like, hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a I was gonna say make
They all want to kill these things.
make it like a constitution. I want to see if you're loud enough for them to notice you shouting, because there's a ton of noise in
Yeah,
here.
no, there's a lot.
They're all just like
Constitution?
shouting and pounding on tables and like
We could
yelling
do
at each other.
performance.
and-
That'd be projected.
Yeah, sure. Let's do performance. Make a conspicuous test. Ob 3.
The opposite of what she's getting. Yeah, same.
No one notices you. They're all just like so immersed in their own goblin business, right? They're just like, sell, buy,
can't-
ah, and like
I
shouting
can't
at
see
each
any
other.
goblins. Should I be able to see goblins?
A little farther in.
Yeah, you just there's pillars in the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a huge hall. God knows what it was used for before, but now the goblins have set up like crude tents. It's like a flea market, like a big smelly flea market, but with like less Nazi paraphernalia.
Okay, well, when I get to here,
Well, no. So when you step in, when you actually like you step into the room, one of this goblin nearby, he's got on his desk a series of he's got cutlery, like bent forks and spoons, and he turns and he looks at you and he squints and he says, "Wait, are you merchandise or are you customer?"